If you want to increase your conversion rate, then you have to understand who your customer truly is. Casting a wide net over everyone isn't going to help your conversions. If anything, it's going to hurt your conversions as your message is diluted. So let me ask you a question. Who is your ideal customer? 99% of Aussie businesses can't answer that question. The biggest mistake you can make is to make assumptions about your market. Because if you get your research wrong, if you start appealing to the wrong person, then everything that follows will be out of sync. This is the most important step if you want to increase conversions. But here's one of the greatest secrets in marketing. And I'm going to reveal this with you. You don't have to spend hours researching. You don't have to uncover old resources because the research has already been done. Success leaves clues. And here's what I mean by that. You can figure out everything you need to know about your customers by going out and reading what's already out there, by going out and reading what they're saying about businesses just like yours. It isn't difficult to find either. So in this video, I'm going to show you a really quick way to research your customers and get inside their head. We're also going to provide you with a free template here that you can use. Just copy this template, make your own version, and fill it out to keep track of your customer. I'm going to show you what that looks like now. This template is going to be vital if you want to increase your conversions. How do your customers think? Remember, you cannot make assumptions. You have to be sure. If you can understand how your customers think, then you can provide value based on those thoughts, those feelings, those emotions. Let me just drag myself out of the way here. What you want to do is figure out your customers' hopes, dreams, desires, pains and fears, barriers and uncertainties. And here at Search It Local, we want to make it really easy for you. So we've taken it a step further and we've showed you how to understand that. So their hopes is something that's within reach, something they want to achieve. Whereas dreams is a little bit more out of reach. It's still something they'd love to achieve, but it's a little bit more elevated. Whereas desires is something they want, something they crave to reach. So they're all very similar, but that's how you can understand each in their own sort of framework and through their own lens. When we come down to pains and fears, again, very similar. Pains are current, something they're experiencing right now. Fears is a pain from the future, something they worry about experiencing. When we move down to the bottom section here, barriers and uncertainties. You can divide these between conscious and unconscious. So a barrier is an unconscious problem they have, and an uncertainty is more on a conscious level. Now, what I'm going to do is show you through an imaginary example how to fill out a template like this so that you'll be able to do the same. And once you have filled this out, start to get a sense of who your ideal customer is. That way, it's easier to create an offer that speaks to them, and it's easier to formulate a landing page, email marketing campaigns. Everything you need from this step starts here. If you don't get this right, all the rest of the work is wasted. So let's figure out how we fill out this matrix. First thing you're going to do is go to Google. You're going to head to a website called Answer the Public. Now, you do have to sign up to use Answer the Public, but you get a handful of free searches a day. So you can still use this tool. It doesn't require any money. I'm going to show you how it works. Now, what you want to do to get started is choose 3 keywords that sum up the main service that you want to advertise for. I'm going to choose, for the sake of this exercise, a nutritionist, but not just any nutritionist. I'm going to try and figure out how people would feel about an online nutrition service. Now, the reason I've done that is because in this current climate particularly, people are moving away from traditional bricks and mortar retail and they're moving online. Offline behavior is being replaced by online behavior, and that will only continue as weeks turn to months and months to years. E-commerce is booming. It's growing every year, and it's so important that you get your products and services online now more than ever. So for this exercise, I'm going to run with an online nutritionist and try and climb into the mind of what their audience would feel. So you're going to head to Answer the Public. This is a fantastic tool that is aggregating questions that people are actually asking on Google. So the results that we're about to get, that I'm about to show you, represent real searches that people have. Now, to get started, as I mentioned, you're going to want to choose 3 keywords based around your business. The more ROI focused, the better. You want keywords that people are actually searching that will lead to a sale. So, for example, you wouldn't choose shoes, you might choose cheap leather shoes. Someone searching for cheap leather shoes is further in their buying cycle, their they're showing that they want to find not only leather shoes, but cheap ones, implying they're ready to spend some money. Whereas someone searching for shoes could be doing so for many reasons. I'm sure you can see this man excitedly waiting on our screen here to have our searches. So as a nutritionist, I'm going to choose online nutritionist, nutritionist price, and nutritionist Sydney. I feel like those three would represent searches where people are looking to make a purchase or at least get closer to that. So I'm just going to write these down. Online nutritionist prices. I can find the P. There it is. And nutritionist Sydney. So what we're going to do, we're going to take online nutritionist first. We're going to head to answer the public. And keep in mind, you may have to change the location. We don't want to search in the United Kingdom. We want Australia. So bring that up here. See how many different countries and options you have to choose from. You don't want to get the wrong one. You really want to focus in on your market. So Australia, we're going to search for online nutritionist. And we're going to hit search. And what this is going to do is to take all the questions people are asking about your search. You'll see what I mean as this loads up down here. And again, for some searches, there's going to be a lot and some not so many. We've really niched down because we want to really climb inside the mine here. So we've only got, can you have an online nutritionist? People aren't even sure. Nutritionist. The question we've got in return, do you have an online nutritionist? Head back to answer the public. We have a lot more options here. So here we have your broad questions: why, what, when, how, are, can, will. Down here we have prepositions. So what are people searching for? Online nutritionist for free. Remember, these are actual searches people are making online. So the more that we can take these and search for them, the better off we're going to be. Online nutritionist for weight loss. Online nutritionist near me. You can see how many options there are to work through here. These are real questions people are asking. Nutritionists. Online jobs, online classes. So they're not exactly what we want. Those searches will be people who want to become a nutritionist potentially. Got a few there. Now we're going to go back and try nutritionist prices or nutritionist cost maybe. You know, we're not tied down to one particular search. We can change around the language. We'll see what that comes back. Nutritionist cost. We're going to get answer the public searching for us again. Doesn't take long to bring together all this data, so it's a fantastic tool. Like I said, it is free. You will have limited options. What does a nutritionist cost? Straight away, we're getting insight into the things people are searching. Let's just bring this size down for you. What does a nutritionist cost? Head back to answer the public. Looking at cost here. How much does the nutritionist cost per month? So people are looking for monthly prices. I'm going to head down here per year, per month, per visit, per hour. All these different searches that people want to understand about nutritionists. And then finally, we're going to have a look at nutritionist Sydney. This is going to be a location-based keyword. So it'll be interesting to see what comes up. Just formulating that data for us. And then the next step, we're going to take these questions, these real-time, real-world questions people are asking. We're going to feed them through 7 or 8 different websites, different mediums, different platforms, and understand what people are saying about these topics. So let's scroll down here. How to become a nutritionist, not exactly what we're after. Nutritionist in Sydney. So as we expected, not too many variations for this keyword. Now we have 7 different questions people are asking. This is a great start. This is real data. This is actually what people want to know about online nutritionists. So this is going to be our starting point. So the next step, we're going to take these and we're going to feed them through the following websites. I'm going to write these down for you. Keep in mind, you will have access to this template right here, but these are the websites that you're going to want to funnel these through. Forums, Facebook groups, Quora, which is a question and answer website, YouTube comments, Amazon book reviews, blog comments, Reddit, and Google My Business listing reviews. Now, they may not seem super related on first glance, but what they are, they're forums, they're areas, they're platforms where people go to talk about how they're feeling. They ask questions. They want feedback. These are places where people are brutally honest. YouTube comments, it doesn't get more honest than that. Amazon reviews, blog comments, this is the real customer feedback that you've been looking for that customers generally don't say directly to businesses. There's a sort of filter that comes in between when a business is involved. But in these areas are where we're going to find real world data. Now, what you're going to do is take these questions one at a time and funnel them through these platforms. Now, I'm not going to do it with every single one, but I'll go through it quickly with you. And keep in mind, you will have this template with you, so you can fill this out. You can start to understand how your audience thinks. So we're going to start off with Quora and say online nutritionist. So we're going to open up Quora, which is a question and answer website here. Sign into Quora. As you can see, we're signed in here. Now, I'm going to go back and choose, can you have an online nutritionist? Keep in mind, this might not deliver the exact question we're looking for, but what it will do is start to give us a sense of what people are saying. So here, on Quora, you come across to the left-hand side, click questions, and you'll see what people are asking. How does one become? Can I have an online nutritionist? Perfect. That seems exactly what we're looking for. Now we're going to see what the answers are. Now these might not be exactly what you're looking for, so you will have to scroll through and figure out how to take the data you need. And again, this isn't an exact science. It's just a chance for you to climb inside your audience's mind. It's consumer research. So don't feel like you have to get the perfect answer. You're just taking all the data you need, and from this data, we're going to start to bring something together. Let's see what we've got here. Pros and cons. That one's just an ad for someone's business. Should be knowledgeable. So this person, here we go, perfect. Watch out, there's a huge amount of pseudoscience out there in nutrition. Now this is a perfect example of what we're looking for. We've put that question in Quora's search function. We've filtered it down to questions, and we scroll down to find someone who has said, watch out, there's a huge amount of pseudoscience out there in nutrition. So what you're going to do is you're going to come to your template here and you're going to figure out which of those is that a hope, a dream, a desire, a pain, a fear, a barrier, or an uncertainty. I would say that's a fear or a pain. I would say it's a pain. That pain is too much pseudoscience involved. Now, these can change around. This one might be bumped down to second most common or even third if we continue to do our research and find other people have greater pains. But so far, we've seen that a current pain people have in terms of online nutrition is there's too much pseudoscience involved. So let's go back to Quora and keep scrolling. Precise information. Diet and immunity has become robust like a rock. So what we're taking out of this, and again, we're picking out data points. It's not the sentence we want, but it's the underlying message. What are people saying? What are they feeling online? Diet and immunity. I think that's a really interesting one. We're going to go back here. The desire is to strengthen immunity through diet. And in the current context with what's going on in the world, health is huge for people. Health is massive. So you really need to look at these through the lens of right now. Would someone want to strengthen their immunity through food? Do you think that would be a desire of your audience right now? For our case study here, for our imaginary online nutritionist, I think massively. I think people would definitely want to strengthen their immunity. So I'm going to put that in the most common desire. Now you can keep going through Quora. You can go back to here and you can keep putting these sentences in Quora, and you should. You really need to dive deep into this. To save time, we're going to move on and show you another example. So we'll close out Quora there. Instead, we're going to go to Reddit. Online nutritionist. We are going to head here so we can see how to search for the site. Reddit, site : online nutritionist. And that's only going to search Reddit. You're only going to have results come back through Reddit. That's going to keep things nice and easy for you. Now, we're going to open up a couple of examples here because we want to get an insight into what people are thinking. Don't mind paying real dollars. This person's looking for a food plan. That's interesting. Has anyone had good luck? See, we found another perfect example here. Anyone have success online with a nutrition coach? Has anyone had good luck with this? I feel like I'm wary of people who aren't doing anything more than spitting out what I can find. So this person is worried that they could do the research themselves and essentially they'll be ripped off. So their fear is that they'll pay for information they could find themselves. As you can see, we're already starting to fill out this matrix. We have a desire, we have a pain, we have a fear. Now we're going to go back to Reddit and see if there's anything else here. What do we have here? Proper nutritionist. So this person's asked a question. We're not seeing too much here, but the answer's down here. What do we have down here? Make sure to check into credentials because anyone can call them nutritionists without certification, I should say, backing it up. So we're going to head back to our matrix here and put in a second fear that they'll pay for an unqualified nutritionist. Again, you're starting to see this fill out. And that's just from Reddit and Quora, and we've only scraped the surface. You could spend so much longer deep diving into these websites. So we're going to move past Reddit now. We're going to go back and see what else we've done. So Quora, done. Reddit, you've done. Amazon book reviews. This is a really interesting one. So you're going to head to Amazon, make sure you're searching for books, and you're going to start punching in those same keywords again until you can find books related to those topics. And when you do, you're going to read the reviews. Now, you want to read both 1-star and 5-star, and it's really important. It's not just the great feedback we want, but the things people are complaining about, what they're frustrated about. Nutritionist cost, online nutritionists. This one's to become a coach, a personal weight loss program. We want to look for those with a few reviews. If they don't have reviews, unfortunately, we won't be able to use them. Stop obsessing about food and never diet again. We're going to have a look at the ratings here. No 1-star ratings, that's fine. Let's have a look at these 5-star ratings. Now you want to figure out what people are pleased about, what aspect of nutritionists are they excited about. We're going to take that. We could find a home for them in our hopes, in our dreams. Let's have a look here. The book is easy to read. That's not exactly on for us. None of these are sustainable. Okay, this person is usually disappointed that diets aren't sustainable, so they lose interest and fail. So we can come back here. Fear is that diets won't be sustainable, will lose interest. And already you can see 3 fears we've filled out. Now these could change around the more research you do, but this is a great start. You're starting to climb into the mind of your ideal client if you're an online nutritionist. And if you were, the next step would be to create a fantastic offer that's 10 times better than anyone else in your industry. Now, you could create that offer around a fear point. You could create that offer around making sure that your nutritionist is qualified. You could make an offer around making sure that diets are sustainable or that no one will lose interest. So already you can see that the homework you do now sets the platform, it's the foundation for everything you do going forward. Let's go back to Amazon and keep seeing what we can find. Let's keep scrolling down and having a look here. Recipes are delicious. Pleasant change from dieting book. Good body message. Okay, these are mostly book reviews again after that, so we're going to jump back and see what else we can find in Amazon books. Keep in mind, we're just using one search term here. We could really jump around nutritionists, cost per hour, online nutritionists, weight loss nutritionists. There's so many options here. But with Amazon, it really is that simple. Head over to Amazon Books, start punching in those ROI-based search terms, questions that you got from Answer the Public, and go through the comments. Start to see what you can find. Let's have a look at another way here. Done Amazon book reviews here. GMB reviews. Now, Google My Business is a fantastic place because people leave reviews on businesses all the time. And these won't always be great either. Because we're dealing with a GMB, I think nutritionists in Sydney will be a great start because we want local businesses. We want to see who our competition would be. I'm going to scroll down here. We need to choose people with a number of reviews. Sydney City Nutritionist has a number of reviews. That's off to a great start. All perfect reviews. So we're not going to find any bad reviews here, but that's fine. We can still see what they're doing right that people are responding to. For gut health and stress, changed my life, full of knowledge, really listens and understands. I think that's an important one. I think that's powerful. And again, you're not going to know when you see it what the right answer is because truly there is no right or wrong answer. It's up to you to deep dive through this data and say, okay, what are people saying? Here, Jennifer is full of knowledge, very professional, and really listens and understands your concerns. It sounds like that is really important to this customer. So we're going to go to desires. I think this customer desired someone who was knowledgeable and truly listen. Let's go back to GMB, scroll down here and see what else we can find. See, again, she listened carefully. It's becoming a theme, and that's why we put it on our matrix. Good. Again, a third time. D is a good listener. So we're seeing that this is something that's really important to people. So potentially, we can move this one through to the first one. And we're going to put strength and immunity and diet back here. Now let's head back and see if we can find some reviews that aren't so glowing. These are all perfect 5-star reviews. 5. Looks like all the nutritionists are doing a pretty good job. 5 stars. Okay, there's a 3. We've got a 1-star review here, so this is going to be interesting to see what the problem was. Not super relevant, unfortunately, but that's okay. That's part of the process. You want to go in, you want to go back and forward and figure it out. Now, by the end of this, you're going to have a full matrix that's going to show you the most common, the second most common, and the third most common hopes, dreams, desires, pains, fears, barriers, and uncertainty. Now, you don't have to fill this whole thing out. If you can only find the most common, that's fine. But the more data points you have, the better. This is going to be, like I said, the starting point for everything that comes after it. If you want to increase your conversions, you need to understand who your ideal customer is. And by filling out this matrix, you're going to be ahead of 99% of businesses who simply don't know the answer to that question. So use this template, copy it, make your own, fill it out, and get started. Conversions go up from here.